Greetings, guys. Welcome to Married at First Fight. Now, I previously said I'm a little behind. I've been trying to catch up. So, in the interest of saving time, I decided to do season 20, episode 4 and 5 in one. Let me do my usual disclaimer. I am a sociologist with a background in psychology. I'm also an empath who loves to people watch. So I wouldn't call myself a relationship expert. I'm more of like a human behavior and interaction expert. And at the end of the day, these are just like my thoughts based on what is being shown on the magic of TV. So take everything that I say with a grain of salt. Of course, when we're getting into the mess, things can get a little messy, but I don't mean to offend anyone. And my goal is to just offer my 2 cents to whoever is looking for more insight into the couples as individuals and together, and how things are playing out. Now, let's get into Adam and Marissa. Okay. Episode 4. Adam and Marissa continue to have an easy honeymoon. The attraction remained very obvious. I will say most of their connection seems to be surface level. They seem very comfortable together. But I feel like they're not necessarily having the tougher conversations right now. Not that they need to. Sometimes you just have to leave things. But I kind of feel like they are in kind of a if it's not broke, don't fix it phase. I mean, which is fine. Episode 5, I feel like they continue to coast. They're kind of getting somewhat deeper, but it's still, the preliminary, we're hot for each other, this feels right, and they're not really digging into some of the deeper stuff that some of the other couples are having to do right now. There were still no major conflicts. There also isn't much evidence that they are going deep enough to justify a long-term connection, but I still like the chemistry. They're enjoying each other. Still seems stable, but I'll say untested. Felipe and Tori. Okay, episode 4. Felipe opened up about cheating in his previous relationship and admitted that he never confessed even after the breakup. He actually said that she ended up finding out from someone else, which I would think would be a major red flag for Tori. Like, oh, way to be a buzzkill, because it's like everything is great, but it's like, so wait, you cheated on your girlfriend, claimed that you felt so bad you forgot about it, and then didn't really even confess until someone else told her, and it was like, oh yeah, I cheated. If I was Tori, that would have been a major side eye. She was giving him the side eye when she was saying that. I know Tori is not dumb, so she is kind of still riding the wave, but part of her is like, okay, so when is this other side gonna come out? He acknowledged that he has commitment issues, but Tori remained cautious but engaged, and they continue to build their trust. Episode 5, their relationship remained one of the healthiest. They communicated openly, showed genuine interest in one another, and handled difficult conversations without spiraling into defensiveness, which I think is one of the cornerstones of having a healthy relationship, because you have to have difficult conversations. You don't have to fall out about them. You don't have to argue. You don't have to throw insults. And they seem to be handling things quite well. Mecca and Belle Jolie. Episode 4. Belle admitted that she wanted more physical intimacy and encouraged Mecca to take the lead. It seemed pretty positive because she communicated it clearly without emasculating him in any way, and he seemed receptive to what she was saying. However, in episode 5, things shifted dramatically when Mecca admitted that Belle seemed to be more attractive to him, and said, I think at first, that she was 150% attracted to him and he was only 80% attracted to her, and then switched it to 80 to 6. She was 80% attracted to him and he was only 60%. And I actually think the second one was worse, even though the gap between the first 2 percentages was wider. 60% just gives like F like DF range. And it's like, so you're not actually attracted to me? Again, I have questions. I've said it seems like there could be a tinge of misogynoir based on what his father said after she said she specifically asked for a black man, and the father was like, well, I told him about all this loves who, or I like who likes me stuff. That implies that whenever he was asking him why he wasn't with a black woman, he was like, I like whoever likes me, right? Which again is fine, but it's like, did he really just like whoever liked him, or did he have an issue with black women? I guess we shall see. The chemistry is questionable at this point between those two, because Belle Jolie is saying that whatever she has done to make him think that she is infinitely more attracted to him is actually making her feel a little embarrassed, which, I mean, and I don't know why men, especially those who have watched this show, don't understand this by now. Men are used to having to earn affection and attraction. Sometimes women are not, okay? And that's just the reality of it. And if you say that to a woman, she's most likely going to retreat, be turned off, put up a wall, etc. So I don't think that was smart of him to say. But I mean, at the end of the day, the damage is done. He has probably given a blow to Belle's confidence, and it's at this point trending downward, even if he doesn't realize it. He was kind of laughing everything off, and she was just looking like, so you're not attracted to me? Anyway, Nick and Courtney. In episode 4, Courtney admitted she was feeling bored with Nick and that something was missing. Nick appeared invested and willing to connect, but still struggled to build a romantic momentum. In episode 5, the emotional distance became impossible to ignore. While Nick continued trying to connect, Courtney seemed increasingly uncertain about the relationship. The imbalance in effort became more noticeable. Attraction is concerning and becoming more of a serious issue. I just feel like, honestly, I can't believe that I'm starting to feel bad for Nick, but I am. And here's why. Nobody is guaranteed, obviously, to be attracted to each other or to have a connection. But it's just the way she talks about him, like he's the worst person ever. That just makes me feel so bad, because I don't think that he fully understands like where she is. And she's just like, I'm bored out of my mind. Like, please bludgeon me upside the head with something to put me out of my misery. Like, every chance she gets. And he's just like, we're coasting, we're figuring it out. And it's just like, I honestly feel like maybe it's probably the reality TV thing where she just like isn't even taking him seriously at this point. And I can't say I 100% blame her, but it's like, if you're gonna go through the process, you might as well give him a real chance, because again, yes, he's been on reality TV, and obviously he hasn't been lucky in love in real life. So I mean, why not try a reality show at this point, honestly? And I'm not saying that proves that he is truly there for love, but I mean, in his situation, it's probably hard to date when you're a quote-unquote D-list celebrity, right? Because I feel like he's in a weird position where people think that he probably has more money and connections than he actually does. And at the same time, he's not in the position to be in, the B-list or the A-list where, he can attract an infinite amount of potential women. So he's kind of just in a gray area where he probably gets attention, but people will probably just try to see what they can get out of him, if that makes any sense. And, probably kind of take it as a joke, like, oh yeah, the guy from The Circle or the guy from whatever dating show he was on. And maybe he really is looking for love, right? So I don't know. Like I said, I hate to have to defend him. So, I mean, that's just my reaction to those couple of episodes, because every time she like gets away from him, it's immediately just like, oh my God, I hate him. Why is it like this? Anybody can relate? Oh, this is horrible. And it's just like, dang, Sean and Nikki. So episode 4, communication became the bigger issue than attraction. Nikki questioned whether Sean truly understood her, while Sean nursed that rejection wound, right? I'm just exhausted. they're not even that bad, but I mean, they began kind of talking past each other rather than to each other, which is a major red flag. I don't know. In episode 5, the attraction issue reached a breaking point. Sean realized Nikki wasn't physically attracted to him, while Nikki felt misunderstood. Sean also struggled to reconcile Nikki's affectionate actions with repeated statements that attraction wasn't there, creating confusion for both of them. The relationship has shifted from awkward to controversial, and I would say this is becoming a red flag situation, right? Now, I mean, honestly, I just feel like it's Sean's ego. It's just his ego for me. Like, he claims that he understood that it was going to take time for the attraction to build and that he was willing to wait. But when she said, you know, like, it takes time for sexual attraction to build, he got super offended and was like, oh, I'm just not realizing you're not attracted. It's like, she said that in a manner of speaking multiple times, and I think he's taking that wrong, because at the end of the day, he is someone who clearly rushes right into sex. Not everyone is like that, right? And in a situation like this, where there's cameras and there's all the pressure and stuff, she specifically said that she would like to wait until it was over, which, I mean, we'll see, you know, if they make it to the end, or if they wait till it's over, or if they ever have sex at all, or if they decide to have sex in the next episode. But the point is, she put the boundary up so then they could explore other things outside of sex while getting to know each other. And then if they stay together, obviously, once the show is over, then they can get into all the rest of the stuff, right? That is how I took it. But it seems like he took it as more of a challenge, like, well, she's saying that, but if I'm really nice and I really do things, then, you know, it'll probably happen sooner. And he was taking, like, every kiss as a possible, oh, we could have sex later, which is not how she meant it. And then when she said, you know, it was just something that she was exploring as a guy that she liked and respected, he's like, I don't want kisses because you're like and respecting me. And it's like, so you only want her to kiss you if she wants to have sex with you? That doesn't make any sense, right? But I think that he is somewhat sexually frustrated and used to getting his way, like I said before. And I think that it's all ego at this point, because he's like, well, you kissed me and you had food in your mouth and you did this and you did that. And it's like, that does not mean she's ready for sex. But I think he was ready for sex from the beginning, and he's now becoming pissed that she still is not on board. So I don't know that he's going to actually be able to let up off of it. I think that it's going to become a problem like every other day. And I mean, the pressuring might just push her in the other direction. I guess we'll see. Cameron and Michelle, their conversation about fertility and adoption became one of the strongest compatibility moments of the honeymoon. They handled a potential difficult topic with maturity and empathy. Episode 5, the relationship continued progressing physically for them with a kiss, but Cameron also revealed concerns about Michelle's biological terms. It introduced real life pressure that could become future stressors. Again, I don't trust him. He hasn't been in a long-term relationship before. This is a lot to throw on a person from the beginning, and honestly, I get why Michelle is throwing it out there that early, but I think it might have been something that could have waited for later. He's already trying to see if he can even be in a relationship, and you're like, yeah, but I want to have kids by like next week. It could work out, or again, it could become a dumpster fire. I feel like they're trending in a positive direction though, but he did say that it was a lot that she put that on him, so that's something to look out for. Devin and Caitlyn have been my biggest disappointments. Oh my God. They were doing so good in the beginning, and then Caitlyn just got in her head after he was disappointed that she wasn't more affectionate and wasn't spending more time with him, which, I mean, I feel is natural. I think that she has issues with affection and things per her past and doesn't know how to truly work around them, and she's not used to men being, you know, all lovey-dovey and all in like Devin is. And I think that if she does not clear out those blockages, she might regret it. He really seems like a good guy who is genuinely invested. And even if he is coming on a little too strong, I think that she should find a way to meet him in the middle instead of continuously saying, I need my time, I need my time, I need my time. Duh, you need your time. He needs his time. You're gonna get time. He's a pro sports player. He's not gonna be there all the time, girl. You just got married. Calm down. But that's all I got, guys. Later.